Hello everybody, welcome back to Simple Gaming Review. Today I want to make a quick video, yes, about the Atari. I made a couple of videos on Atari and I just realized something. Apparently I am a part of the Gen Z generation. Gen Z, apparently. I don't really care about that generation stuff. I really just don't care. But I am a part of that generation, and I guess Gen X is the generation that most people who grew up with Atari or in the Gen X generation. But I want to make like a video on my perspective on the Atari 2600 because I am Gen Z, and I guess give a younger generation like point of view on the 2600. So these are some of the games I have right now. I got Adventure, I got Millipede, I got a whole crate full of games. I also got two games right here, Popeye and Centipede. Got my Atari joystick and my original Atari. Got the Atari 2600 Plus. I got the 400 right there with the box right there. So I've become a pretty massive Atari fan. I've been using the 2600 for a couple of years now, and for my perspective on it, I think it's a cool system. Even though I have the PlayStation 5, even though I've used the Xbox and a variety of different game consoles in my life, and even PlayStation 2, Atari has definitely become one of my favorite systems to use. And most people in my generation, I don't believe they would like Atari, or maybe some people don't even know what that is, because I've talked to people around my generation before, around my age group, and some people don't even know what the heck an Atari 2600 even is. 'Cause I was talking to a friend that I recently got a friend, but I showed them a picture of what the 2600 was, because I was like, oh, I'm playing Millipede, and they were playing PlayStation 5, and I showed them a picture, and they're like, I have no idea what the heck that even is. They're like, what is that? And I'm like, it's an Atari 2600. I showed some history, like it came out in 1977. It's an 8-bit game console, and I basically shared the details with them. My friend actually wants to try to play Atari 2600, which is pretty cool. So I do think that some people in my generation could have fun with the Atari 2600, but I also think that some people don't like the old stuff, because I've seen some videos where people say that the 2600 is boring, or the graphics are just terrible, or whatever. So you got like different groups of people. Like you have the people who will actually try a new thing and be like, oh yeah, that's pretty cool, I'll try it. And you got people who are kind of ignorant to it, and they're like, oh, I'll never use that or try it because it's not new enough for my liking. And that's kind of the mindset that some people have in my generation. So yeah, but I have seen that those people who do like Atari 2600 even today, I have seen some people in Gen Z, or like millennials, actually enjoy Atari 2600, and I'm I'd say one of the few that does enjoy Atari 2600. And again, my experience with the console, my first games I got for it was Battlezone, and I believe the other game was Battlezone, was one of my first games. Adventure was one of my first games, and also I believe Millipede. I got those three games, and I had a blast. So I started to collect and get even more. So I just started to collect and stuff and really get into Atari 2600. I also have all the adapters from the RF. So because I use a modern TV, these are the things that you need for the old school Atari 2600. You plug the RF into this, and it plugs into your TV right there. And that is how I play on my older 2600, which I'm using right now. I know I could use the Plus, but all my HDMI ports are filled because I got my PS5 over there, so I hooked up my 2600 original to my TV using this, so I can play some Millipede today. But overall, my experience with the console has been pretty fun, pretty cool. And I also find there's a lot of goofy games on the console, like Coconuts and fast food. But overall, I really enjoyed the 2600 experience, and even though I am a part of the younger generation, the Gen Z, whatever, I don't think generations really matter all that much. I know there's a lot of people who make a big deal over what generation you're into, or what generation you grew up with, and those people who kind of make it into a competition I've seen before. But from my point of view, coming from somebody who's Gen Z and actually using Atari and actually trying it out for years, I do like it. I do enjoy it. And sometimes I find myself playing Atari over my PlayStation 5 over there, because the game's just casual, very simplistic, and I don't really care about the graphics, honestly. I mean, Adventure, you literally play as a little squirrel. But it's just a fun game. It's enjoyable. And all the games are very, addictive and fun. And I think that, I think that anybody could really get into the Atari 2600. I think anybody could really, get into it and just play, especially with the Plus that just came out. I think there's a lot of enjoyment to be had on the Atari 2600, and I think that there's a lot of just fantastic games in the system. I even like the joystick, actually. It's not too bad. You can also use a Sega Genesis controller on the 2600, which is actually a really good controller, and there's also some other third-party joysticks and controllers you can use, but overall, I like the console. I think it's really awesome. This one I got is actually used from eBay, but it was refurbished and reconditioned, and I guess it was missing paint, so the guy I got from painted it white right here, which the original color was orange on the line part right here, and it is missing some. It has chipped right here, it's chipped right there, not in the best of condition. It was a $40 Atari, so it's what can you expect? It also came with Haunted House, which is a really fun game. My favorite games for the console would be Millipede, Haunted House, Battlezone, I'm trying to think of what else, Centipede, Berserk, definitely. And yeah, anyway, I'm in the video. Hope you all enjoyed. Leave a like and comment down below what you think about this console, but I want to just kind of bring up a Gen Z view on the Atari 2600, because I'm technically Gen Z, and kind of just make it into a video. But my view and my opinion on the console is, I think it's pretty cool. I think it's awesome. Kind of wish I grew up in the 80s, or in the 70s somewhere, so I could actually experience everything brand new and kind of get an Atari from way back then and have that nostalgia with it. But been playing it though. I've had Atari for years now, so I've really gotten what's the word for it? I guess comfortable with it? I don't know if that's the right word to use. But anyway, I hope everyone had a good day or night. Let me know what you think in the comment section below about a Gen Z guy who's using the Atari. I'm around my 20s, so never grew up with these, but a couple years ago I got into it, started to collect for it, and I didn't listen to the haters out there that say it sucks because of graphics, and there's some people who got the mindset that's I don't know who would go back, who would play something, who would go backwards so when we can just go forward. Some people have that mindset, but for me, I have to experience everything that gaming has to offer. It's why I have the Nintendo 64. It's why I got my 400 Mini. It's why I have a Nintendo Famicom coming soon. So I like to experience everything. I like to play every single thing and just kind of form my own opinion on it, and use all kinds of different controllers and play different games and everything. And so far in my collection, this has definitely become one of my favorite systems. Definitely. PS2, Atari, Nintendo 64, PlayStation 3. Those are just some of my favorite consoles, I'd say, in my collection as of right now. And I have a whole lot of good memories with PlayStation 2, PS3. And I've made a whole bunch of new ones with stuff like Atari and all that. But anyway, I'm in the video. Hope you all enjoyed. Leave a like. I'm finally gonna stop rambling about this, but I'm gonna play some Adventure and see if I could win. I've actually only won. I've only beat the game once, so I want to try it again to see if I'm actually good at it and actually get good at the game Adventure, because a lot of people say that this is one of the best games you can buy for the Atari. So I haven't really played in a long time. I'm gonna play some Adventure. and try to actually beat the game. I actually hate to say this, but I had to actually look up a video online on how to exactly play Adventure because I had no idea what the heck I was doing. So for some Atari games, you do need some instructions just to play some of them. But once I understand what to do, it's like more fun to me and just kind of trying to beat it and everything else. Of course, Millipede is super easy. Same with Berserk and other games. Anyway, I don't know what I'm doing. Peace out.